to the end zone. Touchdown! Alabama wins!
To me, Alabama and Nick Saban, this is a dynasty, what he's created in Tuscaloosa in the Alabama program that makes them the bar in college football.
All right, everybody, once again, it's your boy Kangaroo Black coming back to talk about how CBS has ranked the top 5 wide receiver rooms heading into the 2022 football season. Might be a few surprises on here, but we're going to go ahead and get this done. First, at number 1, they got Ohio State. Okay, we know Ohio State got C.J. Stroud at quarterback. All right, they lost two prolific wide receivers to the draft. So, in Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson. But guess what? They bring back Jackson Smith and Jigba, who was a great wide receiver for them last season. So he played in 13 games last season, had 95 catches for 1,606 yards and 9 touchdowns. He averaged right at 17 yards a catch. So this guy is a great wide receiver. They also got 2 former 5-stars returning in Emeka Egbuka and Julian Fleming. And Egbuka was the number 10 overall prospect and the number 1 wide receiver in the 2021 class. And Fleming was the number 3 overall in the number 1 wide receiver in the 2020 class. So those 2 guys, they are 2 up-and-coming wide receivers that's going to, be highly praised once their draft time comes. All right. On top of that, they got Marvin Harrison Jr., the son of the Pro Bowler Marvin Harrison. So this guy, Marvin Harrison Jr. played in 13 games last season. He was just a freshman last season, but he played in all 13 games, and he had 11 catches for 139 yards. But he will have more of a role in this year's offense. So we'll be looking out for him. So they got Ohio State as having the number 1 wide receiver room going into the 2022 season. At number 2, they got USC. USC, they got Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma. Lincoln Riley produced great quarterbacks. All right, he done had two Heisman Trophy winner quarterbacks, and who was it? Murray and Baker Mayfield. So he didn't have to produce 2 Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. He liked to air the ball out. But anyway, Kyler Murray and Baker Mayfield, but he liked to air the ball out. And he got a great transfer wide receiver from Pitt, Jordan Addison. Jordan Addison had 100 catches last season, 1,593 yards and 17 touchdowns, man. And he got Oklahoma transfer wide receiver Mario Williams. Okay. They also got Brendan Rice from Colorado and Terrell Bynum from Washington. So they got a lot of transfer wide receivers. And Brendan Rice, Terrell Bynum, and Mario Williams was all 4-star recruits coming out of high school. And matter of fact, Williams was rated the number 4 wide receiver in the class of 2021. So, hey, they got a wide receiver room that's going to put up a lot of damn numbers. And, also they got Caleb Williams at quarterback. So he was great for Oklahoma also. So they got an offense over there at USC. Number 3 on the list is Maryland. All right. This surprised me. So it is what it is, man. They got Dante Dumas returning, even though he's only appeared in 10 games over the last 2 seasons. I mean, Hey, he's gonna be their go-to guy. Look like to me if he can stay healthy. Now he only played in 5 games last season. He had 28 catches for 507 yards and 3 touchdowns. Now for Maryland, he done, played in 29 games with 106 catches for 1,775 yards and 13 touchdowns. So I mean, they also got Raheem Jarrett. He led the team in receiving last year uh, due to Dante Dumas getting hurt. But Raheem Jarrett last season, he caught 62 receptions for 829 yards and 5 touchdowns. So this Maryland, they surprised me being on this list. So it is what it is. But they also got a transfer, Jacob Copeland from Florida. He's going to be a fifth-year senior. He played his previous 4 years with the Gators. But like I say, Maryland, it surprised me that they was on this list. All right, at number 4, we got my Alabama Crimson Tide. You know, we lost 2 best wide receivers to the draft, John Mechie and Jameson Williams. All right. So, matter of fact, we lost all 3 of our starting receivers. But it is what it is, man. But luckily, we got 2 great transfers to come in. Jermaine Burton from Georgia. He was at Georgia for 2 years. Decided to transfer. He came to Alabama. But in his 2 years at Georgia, he done caught 53 passes, 901 yards, and 8 touchdowns. But we know Georgia is not pass heavy. We know they like to run, but and use their tight ends. But anyway, according to 24/7 Sports, Jermaine Burton, he was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school. We also got transfer Tyler Harrell from LSU. He was a freshman last season. He only caught 18 passes for 523 yards and 6 touchdowns. He averaged over 29 yards a catch last season. We also know that LSU is a run-heavy offense also. So that tells you why he only caught 18 passes last season. But anyway, the guy's running a 4.19, so you better look out because we got Bryce Young back there getting him the ball. All right. We also got Ja'Cory Brooks returning. He was a 5-star recruit coming out of high school, the number 2 wide receiver in the 2021 class. He played. He was a freshman last season. Played in 7 games. Make the big catch against Auburn. So also had a touchdown in the SEC championship. We got JoJo Earl coming back. He was a 4-star recruit coming out of high school. He played in 10 games last season. So we got some players. I mean, we also got Trayshawn Holden. He's coming back. He's got plenty of playing time. Then we got all these 4- and 5-star incoming receivers, man. They already on campus now, but we got Isaiah Bond, Shaz Preston, Kendrick Law, Aaron Anderson. I don't even think that's all of them. But our wide receiver room is so deep, it's a damn shame. But hey, I think we'll get a whole lot of production out of these wide receivers. We got the best quarterback in the country. And then at number 5, I think we got the Texas Longhorns. All right. They got Xavier Worthy coming back. He'll be a sophomore. He had a great freshman season, man. In 2021, he played in 12 games, caught 62 passes for 981 yards, right at 16 yards a catch with 15.8. He had 12 touchdowns. So he also got all freshman honors. So all freshman first team honors. Man, this guy went off the chain last season in his first in his freshman season. I mean, he was a 4-star recruit out of Fresno, California. So it is what it is, man. He was a number 62 overall player and a number 8 wide receiver in his class in 2021. So Texas also got a transfer From Wyoming, Isaiah Neyor, who caught 44 passes for 878 yards last season and 12 touchdowns. He averaged 20 yards a catch. So it is what it is, man. Texas also bring back Jordan Whittington. He was a 5-star recruit, the number 2 athlete in the 2019 class. So he only played in 7 games last season. He got injured. So it is what it is. So those are the top 5 wide receiver rooms in the nation, according to 24/7 Sports. All right, so we had Ohio State, USC, University of Southern California, Maryland, Alabama, and Texas. Now, we had some honorable mentions on here, which is Virginia, Georgia, Penn State, LSU, and Houston. Now, I don't agree with Maryland being on here. I think Georgia should have been on here. The reason why, in this wide receiver room at Georgia, they got A.D. Mitchell, Kearis Jackson, Ladd McConkey. Also, they got Marcus Roseberry, Jack Saint, Arian Smith, and Dominique Blaylock. So, I know a couple of those guys was injured last season, but hey, they still should be on the damn list. And you can't tell me that these guys, Georgia Bulldogs with that wide receiver room, should not be on the list. Now, 24/7 Sports said if they was just doing tight end rooms, hey, it'll be a no-brainer that Georgia would be on the list. But hey, the tight end room with Brock Bowers, Darnell Washington, and Eric Gilbert. So Stetson Bennett going to have a plethora of 4- and 5-star recruits and wide receivers, tight ends to throw to. All of them can start at any program. So, in a Power 5 program, anyway. I mean, these dudes can start anywhere in the damn country. But hey, I don't make the list. But if I made it, I would have UGA on the list. Once again, Dominique Blaylock, Ladd McConkey, A.D. Mitchell, Kearis Jackson. I mean, Arian Smith. I would have all of them. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, y'all let me know what you think. And leave your comments in the comment section. And I will respond. But y'all take it easy. And have a good weekend.